aka Geeks.
Hey everybody, welcome to Movie Time and my Hardcore Henry breakdown reaction to the film. I was able to see that in theaters today. It just opened this past Friday, and let's just get to it, you guys. First off, with this film, it's entirely in the first person perspective. It makes you think, whoa, can I handle that? I know I was definitely, wow, that sounded really, really bad and really, really erotic. So when the trailer first came out a long time ago, I thought it looked awesome, and not until sitting down to think about it, I was like, whoa, that might be a lot to take in the first person perspective. The only other time I've seen it done before is in the movie Doom, where Carl Urban's character, goes in the first person perspective. That was 15 odd years ago, and then half of that or more, probably most of that, was CGI. Alright, so the main cast of characters include a really great performance by Sharlto Copley as Jimmy. You got Haley Bennett as Estelle, and Tim Roth as Henry's dad, which I think was a big misuse of Tim Roth. And the main baddie in this film is played by Danila Kozlovsky, which is Akan. Overall, really good acting, I thought, by these characters, specifically Sharlto Copley. I thought his what he did in this film was amazing. I thought that every turn he was doing something. He played so many different characters in this, and it just blew my mind. I always love it. And that's another thing. I watched the trailer, and you see Sharlto Copley's character die in the trailer. So spoilers here, of course. I'm not going to try to go too far into spoiler territory, but right off the bat, this part of the story happens maybe 15-20 minutes into the movie, and I was like, oh no, he's gonna die. They showed me this in the trailer, but what happens? Boom, he's right back there. So I won't go into how this happens, but it's really awesome that he plays so many different characters, so many different personalities. He does an amazing job in this film. The main protagonist, the person you are looking through their eyes, is Henry. There's not one person that plays Henry. It is a combination of 10 cameramen or stuntmen. Even the director played the character of Henry. There is a scene where you can see a face for Henry. The only thing is, I can't find any saying anywhere of who this actually is, who this face is. Overall, though, the action in this film is freaking, balls to the wall. It's out there. It is gory. It is pretty awesome. I think that's how I felt throughout the film, was that this is freaking pretty awesome. There was so much action, so much good fighting, hand-to-hand combat. They totally made it, vary. There was some parkour, and the parkour with this first-person perspective was amazing. It really almost takes your breath away on certain parts where how high he is up in the air, looking downwards. And then there's other parts in the movie too where he's kind of in the air, and it's like, whoa, this makes me feel a little woozy. And I'm not even scared of heights, but it just had that effect on you. It just pulled you in. So I think that the first person perspective was well done in this film. I didn't know how well it was gonna turn out when I first saw the trailer back then, and I started to think about it. I don't know if I could do this, but you know what? They pulled it off. I definitely like what they did. I definitely think that this was totally worth a movie ticket. I wonder if any other studios are going to try this. Now, the budget on this film was only $10 million, and I'm sure that they're getting close to that. I think their opening weekend was about 7.6, and now we're 2 days into the next week. So hopefully it passes that. Hopefully they get a return on that investment. So it makes me think of what other types of films would they use this first-person perspective for? Other films like this, where it is an action shooter kind of chase thing, I guess the best way to describe this film is it's the best parts of a first-person shooter. So would another first-person shooter type movie be what they use this in? I was talking with somebody after the film, and they watched it too, and she was like, what if they use this in horror films or something like that? That would be freaking crazy if they use this in like a horror film, because that might, scare the britches off some people. And yes, I said britches, but it would be pretty intense, and I would definitely like to at least see somebody try that. So the action was good. The actors did a really good job with what they set out to do. The story, it wasn't overly complicated. It was pretty straightforward. They do They don't tell you everything right up front, but there is a payoff for that, and that's what I liked. It kept me going. It kept me going from this point to the next, and it kept me interested in the film without just, you know, laying it out there in the first 5 minutes, which they could have done. There are some things that they do not explain, which you see in the trailer with a dude like throwing people around with, you know, telekinesis and all that. So that's a little weird. They don't explain that. I'm wondering about that. Maybe there's more to the story. Maybe there's more to the lore. So is this movie worth seeing in theaters? I do think it is worth seeing in theaters. I definitely had a good time. It is. I did see it on a Tuesday, which is one of them bargain days from where I'm at. But it was worth seeing it in theater because of all the blood, the gore, the action, that first-person perspective, the sound. It was funny. Sharlto Copley, one of my favorite things he's done in a long time. He was amazing, funny as hell. There's boobs. I mean, can't forget the boobs, you guys. Overall, just a really good film. Go see it in theater if you're still skeptical about this. You know, go on a matinee day or go on one of them the special deal days. But definitely had a good time with this film in theaters. Alright guys, so that's it for this review of the movie Hardcore Henry. Have you guys seen it? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section down below. And with that being said, remember to click the like, share, subscribe buttons down below. Leave your comments, questions, suggestions in the comment section. Let's have a great conversation about this film, Hardcore Henry, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
AKA Geeks.